I have been working on this for a really long time, quite a few hours already, to the point where I have run out of yarn, and then I don't know what I did here just now. But I've run out of yarn, and I've already gone to Hobby Lobby and done a restock. I've already given myself probably like permanent damage carpal tunnel working on this sleeve, but I need to have this October sweater done by Christmas. And this weekend's really like, it's a heavy weekend for me as far as knitting goes. I have a commission beanie that I have to have done this weekend that I just finished the crown. I'm into the decreases. I need to finish one, like, it's with Thick and Quick, so it goes by quick. I'm doing a test run for the pattern that we will be doing for our knit along. Ooh, spicy. I dropped 2 stitches. Son of a nutcracker. Wow, what a way to start this off. That sucks. But, anyways, that was a bummer. But I need to have this done. I have the commission beanie, I have this sweater, and then I have a Secret Santa gift that I'm using as kind of a prototype for the knit along. I found a free sock pattern, and it is a chunky cozy sock that I will be doing, hopefully having that filmed and done in January, which I'm really excited about. I have finished one sock. I have one more to do. That should only take me maybe 2 hours. This dropped stitch though, ooh, that sucks. Bummer. Okay. Have to put a band-aid on that one later. That's unfortunate. That's literally the first mistake I've done on this sweater, and of course it happens in the first 30 seconds of me filming myself doing it. I have done an amazing job. I'm going to give myself props for the way that it has been looking. Now I need to do a recount and see how many stitches I have. Oopsie. Oh well. Now that I am in the sleeve with this yarn, I've been hyping up this yarn a good bit. It's the Hobby Lobby Sleek and something. And I've been hyping it up because it's been really nice to work with. But now that I'm with DPNs on it, she's slippery. The sleek is not a lie. My goodness. There we go. It is very, very slippery, especially because I'm holding it double on bigger needles. So, naturally, I dropped some as soon as I came on here. It's okay. I'm also doing the smart thing of keeping track of what row I am on so that my sleeves are the same size. Usually I'll just eyeball it if the sweater is for me, but because this sweater is not for me, I feel like let's make it a little bit symmetrical. No. Yes, this is my hobby. Hi guys. Sorry, the sun is like right on you. I'm not going to be saying anything, but thank you. This is my hobby. I have been knitting for going on 5 years now, and I am making a sweater for my mom. And then I have a couple of other whips on the needles that I'm going to try to get done this weekend as well. But I've already done like a little over 2 hours now on this sleeve, and I'm about halfway done with it. So we'll see. We'll see what I can get done this weekend. Thank you. I try really hard. This is what it looks like so far. I have to pick up stitches for the collar because it will be a double folded like rib. But yeah, it's getting there. I do really love this yarn, but I wish that it wasn't so slippery on my needles, or if I had wooden DPNs, it wouldn't be as slippery. Now I know that for next time. Make my stitches a little bit tighter. Yeah, I've been doing it for a good while. I'm going to start sharing some I started filming already some tutorial videos for my channel that you guys had asked for last time. And then the knit along I've been working on as well. So I just want to make sure that it's the right pattern for people to start with. And so far, I think it is. It's been really fun. And it's with a chunkier yarn, so it knits up with really, really thick needles, so it knits up very quickly. And you can kind of customize, because I did a poll on there, on my page, and the people that did vote voted for a beginner sock. And so this will just be a standard tube sock with thick yarn with big needles, and it'll give you that like satisfying quick knit. I guess this is like a little blurb turning into a blurb about it, but it would be on DPNs because I don't do magic loop. I don't think that's a beginner friendly method, so it would be with DPNs, knitting in the round, learning knits and purls, and learning different cast on and learning a different bind off, learning how to sew. So it'd be quite a few different steps, but ones that are really essential if you're wanting to get into knitting. But I'll have the knit along will be started in January. So I'll share the pattern that I'm using, what materials you'll need, and everything like that, probably towards the end of December to get a jump start into it in January. So that'll be really fun. I still don't know how I'm going to be doing it, if I should just come on live and we do progress reports live, or if I should do it through email. I just know with the cows that I've done, I don't ever look at the emails. So I like grab the pattern and watch the YouTube updates. So I don't think I want to do it that way. I think I would want to just go live and have us talk amongst ourselves about what we like and don't like about the pattern. I don't know. I've really enjoyed knitting up so far. I only have one sock left to do, and then I'll be gifting those for a Secret Santa that's due on Wednesday. And then I'll get myself a pair when I do the knit along, because I got this, sorry, that's a bad habit. But I got this yarn while I was on vacation recently. And it was a thick and quick, but it was a color scheme that I hadn't seen in a while, and I just really think it fits the person that I got Secret Santa at work for. So, and then I can kind of customize what colors I want, because this one fits her a little bit better than me. I'll share it in a different video. Probably if I go live tomorrow, I'll be working on that. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I've been doing it long enough to where some of it just comes natural, but I do like that when you haven't done a specific pattern in a while, it's nice to have like a reality check, like, oh, okay, you need to watch something to get a little refresh. Like I haven't knit this pattern in almost 3 years, and I thought that I was going to be like spot on with it, and it's taking me a while, I'm not going to lie, but I had some commission projects that were a little bit more pressing, obviously. But I'll have this done by Christmas for sure. I'm going to be really dedicated to have this one done. My mom has been asking for a sweater for as long as I've been knitting, and so this year I finally found the yarn that I liked for it, and a pattern that I think she'll really like. The October sweater from Originally Lovely is really nice because it wears just like a sweatshirt, and I picked this yarn. This is just Hobby Lobby yarn, but I picked this one because it's soft and very airy. And where I live, I want her to be able to get some use out of it because it doesn't really get that cold here. So hopefully, hopefully it fits her how I am imagining. I do have her measurements and stuff, but hopefully she likes the construction that happened in the shoulders and things like that, you know. I think she'll like it. Even if it's just a bedtime sweatshirt, hopefully she likes it. But I did try it on, and I think it feels really nice, so I think it'll be all right. I'm a nervous gift knitter, which is why I don't do gift knits very often. But today has been crazy. I wrapped up Christmas gifts for my kids. I've gone grocery shopping. I've deep cleaned my car. I did all kinds of miscellaneous chores today. And so now I took a break a little while back and started knitting, and then I got in a groove with the sleeve, and so now here I am. I was like, well, I might as well, if I'm just knitting here for hours, I might as well have some company while I do it. So I plan on finishing this sleeve today, even if that ends up being like me unable to use my hand all day tomorrow. I really need to get it done. But the sleeves are pretty easy on this pattern too, because they only do 3 decrease rounds. It's like every 24 rounds. So you're just doing stockinette the entire time. And then I'll try it on probably, I don't know, around like row 50. See how I like the fit on the arm. My mom likes her arms a little bit longer, so I'll probably knit the sleeve a little bit longer than the cuff for myself, just so it fits her how she wants it. I've got little kids though, so like having things on my sleeves or having like my sleeves low doesn't always work out. They always get messy and wet and things, so I always end up doing almost like a quarter sleeve for myself with my sweaters for now, but she doesn't have that issue obviously, so I'm gonna try to get hers exactly where she wants it. What's crazy is when I started this, I dropped a bunch of stitches, like made a ladder with it, and now I can't even find it, so that's interesting. I know I didn't fix that mistake in real time, so I don't really know what happened to it. But I definitely dropped it probably like 2 or 3 rows down, so I will find it at the cast off, I'm sure. I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Today's kind of flown by for me personally, but hopefully you guys are doing okay. If you guys are doing any gift knits, hopefully those are going well since now it's crunch time. Obviously, this is the only gift knit that I'm doing for Christmas. The other one is a Secret Santa that I'm just not too worried about it. That one will only take me like 2 hours total to do, so I can knock that out in a night. But this is the only one I'm doing this year. Oh, I'm sorry that you're doing awful. That's unfortunate. Hopefully your day gets better. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, a lot of time in these lives, it's either a super chatty live or they can be quiet too, which is okay, because I'm just here to be kind of like a virtual fiber friend if you need somebody to knit with, if you're wanting some company. I always find it fun hopping into the other lives, even though crochet kind of dominates the fiber live situation. I think they're fun. Thank you. You as well. Be safe. Thank you for joining me today. What did I do? Here we go. I probably won't be on here for too terribly long. I'm getting dinner with a girlfriend in a little bit. She's still at work, but I gotta go put on real people clothes instead of these beautiful comfy things that I'm wearing right now. But I'm going to try to come on here again tomorrow. Probably tomorrow evening is what I'm thinking, because I get my kids back tomorrow afternoon, but tomorrow evening I'll be working on the sock. And I wanted to do a video of me like filming all the progress and things like that, but it's also just fun to come in live too and just have it done in real time. I appreciate like the rawness of a live, I guess. And you can tell like an unfiltered video versus a filtered one, obviously. But I haven't really been, when I think about the videos I've been watching, I'm like still on More Than Farmers is a channel I watch constantly because I love homesteading stuff. And if you guys have been here for a while, or if you follow my other channel on here, I really love gardening and I love baking, and they do a lot of homesteading things, which was my goal at my previous home. I've since moved, but I love the homesteading situation. So I watch a lot of channels like that right now. But show-wise, I just finished watching Stranger Things not too long ago. Mixed feelings about the season, but also in that same breath, I'm kind of over it. Hi, how are you today? I'm just rambling about Stranger Things, so hopefully you're doing okay. Same. Yeah, I had mixed feelings about it. About many different topics with this season. I have mixed feelings about many different things, but we'll see what they end up doing. What is it, Christmas Day, or around Christmas? At this point, I feel like I'm just watching it because I've been watching it for so long. That's cool. I love the aesthetic of Stranger Things. It's a really good show. It's just, I feel like it's going on for too long. Who's my favorite character? Well, I have mixed feelings about that now because it was Hop for the longest time. But don't love David Harbour so much anymore. So, I don't know, out of the main squad, probably Max. I think Max is awesome. Do a spoiler alert, but like her return in the show was awesome. I thought that was brilliantly played. Steve is awesome. Steve is also top 3. I like Robin too, but I don't like her as much this season. I think they're really like pushing the I'm quirky thing, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, Max is awesome. Yep. But I liked Robin and Steve's dynamic in previous seasons. It's just this time they're really like forcing her character, and it's just, I don't love it. But that's okay. It's frustrating that Eleven still talks the way that she does when it's been years now, like she's no further along like intellectually, and I find that strange. Just things like that where I'm like, where's the character development that you're trying to build? I don't know. But it is what it is. They're grown adults now, so it's also kind of weird. Like they took too long to make the seasons, and now spacing it out into 3 chunks is just obnoxious when it's been so many years, in my opinion. But I did think it was good. The Vecna scenes were really awesome, so I won't bash any of that because his scenes were like crazy good. Thank you. Have a good night. Let me see, what else did I watch? I watched the new Witcher. Ugh. That was rough and horrible, and I hated it, and I will only watch the next season if if whoever I happen to be sitting with wants to watch it, I won't even put that on for background noise at this point. I absolutely loved The Witcher. I loved the games. I thought it was beautiful, and what they did was terrible. But what they did with the money that they saved by using Liam Hemsworth for the graphics was awesome. For the witches was awesome. The fight scenes were great. They showed more of Geralt's magic and abilities and things like that as a Witcher. They put their money into the right place, but they did the right thing by not giving Liam very much face time either, because that was embarrassing, in my opinion. Everything's in my opinion, of course. I just thought it was a bummer, because that show was so good. I can't think of anything else that I recently watched, though. Those are the two most recent. Obviously, I watched Frankenstein. It was absolutely beautiful. It's not going to be a movie that I, like, watch a lot of, just because it is very tame. But, you know, once you watch, it's like one of those things where, like, when you watch it, you're like, okay, I get it. It's beautiful. It's a very different, so in like period piece comparison, like I can watch Pride and Prejudice all day long, fully engaged. But whatever version, I just love Jane Austen. But with Frankenstein, it was a different kind of slow, and it's just not one that I'm going to watch over and over again. I thought it was beautiful, and I'm happy I watched it, but I think I got the gist of it. I don't think I'm going to find any new details by rewatching it. But I did think it was really good. And I really don't think I've watched anything else recently. I start like rewatching, like we started watching Rings of Power again, and oh God, what did I watch the other night? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know, like random stuff like that. I haven't watched it yet. That's on Netflix, right? Because I think it was my brother was telling me to watch that. Somebody not that long ago was telling me to watch that. Is that something that you like? Or is it something, yeah? Okay. Since you're not the first person to bring that title up to me, then I'll have to check it out. Because I think I've seen it on Netflix, but I feel like it was my brother telling me about it the other day. So when more than one person tells me to watch something, then I definitely feel like I should. I feel like most of what I started watching, like independently outside of like binging something, it's just been background noise. Like even the stuff I watch on YouTube is mostly just background noise at this point. Hello. How are you doing today? I have the sun shining like right into my phone, so I'm sorry if there's a delay in me responding to you. I want to get at least to the cuff before I hop off here. I am on row 39. The last decrease I did was row 24. So I think when I get to like 48 is when I'll do another decrease. And that should be my final decrease for this sleeve. In the most perfect of worlds, this sleeve will be done today. But I don't know when I'm returning home this evening. So I cannot guarantee that will happen. But if I can at least get this sleeve done this weekend, then I'll know how many hours it will take me during the week to get it done, which is a lot of hours because it's already been so many hours today. My hand is going to be swollen tomorrow, but it is what it is. Once the once the season's over and my, you know, commissioned and gifts are done, then I'll take a couple days break to let my hands chill out. That's usually what I do. Luckily this year I don't have very many people I'm knitting for that I need to knit for. There was, what was this, 2 years ago? Yeah. 2 years ago I made like 30, almost 30 gift knits. It was very irresponsible and I was using very bad yarn and very cheap needles and my hands were just broken. So, I'm not doing that again. My goodness, hello. Why are we crying? What happened? But yeah, around row 48, I'll do another decrease and then I'll probably try it on, see how much longer I need to do because it's a 2-inch cuff. So, I'll probably stop it on me right where I would want my cuff to end, and then it'll be a little bit longer. My mom also has longer arms. She's taller than me, so she's got longer arms and a longer torso. So the measurements on me, it's going to be much, much longer, but that's okay. Kind of judging it off of the version I've already made, but that's tricky because that was a wool sweater, so it like blocked differently than this will too. Yeah, this past weekend I went up to North Carolina for 4 days. It was amazing. Went to a new yarn shop and got some new yarn that I'll show you guys soon. I have some new projects to work on with that, which I'm really excited about because I've got this yarn for me finally. Went to some awesome record shops, bought some records, bought some cool stuff from antique shops, found some Christmas gifts. It was up in the Asheville area. So it was in Hendersonville, Asheville, Greenville, just kind of like town and city hopping for the 4 days. But one day we went about an hour and a half northwest, because we were right on Tennessee, to Max Patch. So I really love hiking, and so does my boyfriend. So we drove an hour and a half north of where we were already staying, and we hiked Max Patch, which he's done a couple of times on the Appalachian Trail. And but that was my first time going up there, and it was amazing. You get a full like 360 view of the mountains. It was absolutely insane. And they have like, I'm a big gardener, and they had wild echinacea and like wild berries, wild tomatoes, wild bergamot. Like it was insane what was on top of that mountain. It was very cool. So I got some goodies. I'm really excited about my yarn. The yarn shop itself was a bit of a disappointment. They had beautiful things though. Like they had really nice yarn, but I wasn't impressed with the local dyes. They didn't like attract me much. But it was called an emporium, but it was terribly small. They really didn't have a whole lot on it, in it. So that was a bummer, but I did find some things. It was just brands that I could have found here, so that was the one disappointing thing. I really wanted to get a local dye, but they just weren't anything different than what I would have found. So, oh well. Maybe next time I'll go to a different shop and I'll find one that I like. But I still found a yarn that was really beautiful. It reminds me of bumblebees. So, in the best of ways, it reminds me of bumblebees. I'm really hoping I didn't just forget to write down when I move my marker. Thank you. So I'm on 41. I'm getting pretty close. I mean, the sleeve is it's looking like a sleeve now. That's pretty exciting. I'm excited to block this yarn too, because I know that it'll just get baggier, and that's what I want it to be. I want it to be very loose, very flowy, very like beachy sweatshirt. Because our beaches, they do get nice and cold. And my mom likes to sit outside, so having something like this might be really nice. I think it feels really good. It is tearing up my hands though, something fierce, but it's okay. The wear feels nice. And I think I won't have time for it, but I do think I should do some elastic in it in the future, just around the ribbing and the collars to give it some structure. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool that you just like watching them. Have you thought about learning and picking up some needles, or you're just here to watch the creation happen? I actually really love that. That's very sweet. Yeah, I've been working on this one on and off for a little over 2 weeks now. I just kind of took my time with it, and I also had some other projects on the needles that had to get done, but now I have no choice but to get this one done by Christmas. I will have it done, but if I don't get it done, at least it's for my mom, and I can just give her the incomplete one, and she'll know that it'll be done in the near future. That is really cool. I just bought some handmade beaded things for my kids when I was up in North Carolina, and I think they are gorgeous. One of my friends, I'm a teacher, so one of my friends and co-teachers, she does embroidery with beads, and that's very impressive. I don't think that my eyes could handle working with beads, but I think that's really cool. My brother did that for a while too. He found it very calming, which is cool. He would just make like earrings and stuff for his wife, so it was really cute. She always had something funky. Yeah, that's what I use knitting for. It's the exact same reason. Something I can just, that's why I don't do, every now and then I'll do a more complicated pattern, like with cables or, a stitch pattern that I really need to pay attention to. But sometimes it's just nice to be doing the same stitch over and over again, just to zone out and kind of refresh your mind a little bit. It's been a great like anxiety outlet for me. I really enjoy it. Hello. How are you today? What? I'm glad you're doing good today. That's awesome. That's great. A tournament for what? Oh, very cool. That's awesome. That's a big deal. Congratulations. Very cool. That's a big deal too. Dang, that's awesome. Are you doing anything to celebrate today? Nice. Well, that's a good way to celebrate. Got one ball of yarn just under my couch, driving me insane. Every time I pull it, it goes further back. You are 18 in your school history. I don't know what that means. You're 18 in your school history? What does that mean? I hate that too. But I'm not going to go get it. It's just going to live under there until I'm done. Oh, you're number 18 in your school history. That's pretty huge. My dad was a big wrestler in high school, and he's now, this is like his biggest brag, but he's now in his 50s, and they still have his high school wrestling pictures up in that wing of the school because he was just such a boss at it, which is pretty cool. Considering it's been up there for like 30 years, it's not bad. Yeah, for wrestling. My dad was a big wrestler for wrestling, and then his picture's up there for baseball too. So it's pretty cool when you win stuff like that in your school, like keeps it nostalgic. So hopefully yours is like that. Nice. That's cool too. I have a nephew in high school. He doesn't do sports, but he's been like first chair in band, and he does the state team and like the jazz team and all county and stuff like that. And he's very impressive with multiple instruments actually, but it's very cool. Nice. I'm all twisted. Oh geez. There we go. That's really, really cool. Is that now if you continued school and going to college, are you wanting to play sports in college as well? Or is this something you're just doing for fun in high school? Nice. Awesome. Do you know what school you want to go to? Nice. I'm from Michigan, so that's really cool. Love Michigan. Okay. I've heard Arkansas is beautiful. I've only driven through parts of it, um, going cross country. I've never properly been. I've only ever driven. Hmm. Oh, well, that's really nice. Yeah, Michigan's really special. I love it up there. It is absolutely beautiful. Both sides of my family, extended families, are up there. Um, but just my mom and dad are down here. That's really sweet. That's a good surprise. How do I start a live? Well, I use live through my phone. And I just go and pretend like I'm gonna add a video, and then I scroll to the left until it says live, and then I hit go live. It's very easy to go live from my phone. For some reason, with my laptop, it doesn't let me go live on YouTube, but it works for my phone. So I just do that like I'm uploading a short or something, and just keep scrolling, and it says go live. You're welcome. Happy to help. You don't have to have 1,000 to go live. You have to have 1,000 to make money from YouTube. It goes with the amount of watch hours and the amount of subscribers. You have to meet 2 requirements in order to start making profit from YouTube. But you can go live with nobody. I think it's TikTok where you need to have X amount of followers before you can go live. But I did hear in my last live that they changed that. I just haven't tested that out yet. But I have heard that they changed it. I just prefer going live on here. I like YouTube better. For some reason, I just more comfortable on here. 45. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, here in a few minutes. I have to get all done up and go to dinner. But that's always nice. It's good for your mental health to get dressed up sometimes. So I'll be doing that here in a little bit. Meeting my girlfriend for dinner and a drink. done with this? I am not sure then. I know that for mine, like on my laptop, it doesn't let me do it at all. It immediately tells me that I can't do it, but it works fine from my phone. So I also know that the support is just a waste. Like, don't even bother contacting them if it's broken, because they just won't respond. Which is why I do it from my phone and not my laptop. But I don't know how else you could do it. I'm sorry. I'm making a sweater. I can show you in just one second. I am making a sweater for my mom for Christmas. I'm almost done with the first sleeve. So the first sleeve over here, I'll pick up stitches to make a double folded collar next, and then I will cast on the second sleeve. I'm going to try to have most of this done this weekend. I've already been working on it for probably over 3 hours now. I don't know, how long have I been live? Yeah, I've been working on it for over 3 hours. You have to have 50 subscribers. Okay, I was gonna say, I know that you don't need like 500, because I don't have 500. So you have to have at least 50. That's so random. Thank you for looking that up, because now I know too. I was like, I know you don't need to have anything crazy, because I don't have a ton of subscribers. Yes, I typically will gift knit something for my family. I didn't last year. I did a bunch of homemade like foods and spices and stuff. But my mom is the only one getting a gift knit this year. I am making her a sweater. I promised her that I would. She is, she makes quilts. And so she dominantly does homemade gifts too. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, you're in the ER? My goodness, man. You got service to watch a live in the ER? What kind of magical place are you in right now? What did you do to your leg? Was it from wrestling? Oh, that's good. I'm doing Secret Santa with the people I work with. So I'm doing a gift knit for her as well. I'm a teacher, and I was so excited about who I got for Secret Santa because it's my co-teacher from last year. And so I already know her. I know the things that she likes that she wouldn't write on the paper and stuff like that. So I was very excited when I pulled her name. And then when we did boo baskets around Halloween. I ended up getting my son's teacher from last year. So I already knew her personally too, which was really fun. So I keep getting lucky with my secret gift giving. But I love Secret Santa. Those are due this week, and I'm making these big giant slipper socks that I'll be doing a video for on here if you missed that info earlier. I'll be doing a full tutorial of how to make those. Oh my gosh, man. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. We've been talking for like 20 minutes. You just now said that. That's such a bummer. I'm sorry, man. What school do you work? Oh, no, sorry. That's secret information. I don't share that personal information, sorry. But I am a teacher. person who fractured your leg, they were in a different class than you? How was that allowed? That doesn't seem right. I'm sorry to hear that. That is not cool. That's very unfortunate and should not have been allowed. So are you getting like a cast put on? Or are they putting you in like a boot or something to where you can't walk on it full pressure? Well, I have my own candle making business, so I make candles a lot as well. But my favorite thing that I made a maxi skirt that was cables all the way down the sides and has lace details. It's very beautiful. I used a silk blended yarn for that one, and it turned out very luxurious and very pretty. I've made quite a few sweaters. I love making purses. I've done a lot of bags in the past. I've done a couple of my own self-drafted patterns, which was fun. I've done a little bit of everything. I've gone through phases where I make a lot of socks. I think socks are really fun to make. Yeah, but my favorite is definitely the Not Quite Cable skirt. That one was really fun. I was a test knitter for that one too. So I got to help kind of perfect the pattern, like get the kinks out and find the typos and things. So it was a different kind of challenge for me. Have a great day. Yeah, come back. I go live once a week. Come hang out with me whenever you want. Yeah, the Not Quite Cable skirt was really fun to do. Just because I'd never done a test knit before and I've never made such a large project, but that one, it was a labor of love for sure. I think it took me like 2 months to make it because I decided to go with a maxi length. Perfect. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Goodbye, goodbye. I am officially on row 48. So I need to do a decrease here in a second. And then do a recount of my stitches and a measurement. I have a lot to do now that I'm getting towards the end of this sleeve. I wanted to try to get to the end of the sleeve and the beginning of the cuff before I go get ready for this evening. Oh my goodness. I am working on this pretty fast, which is probably why my stitches are all slippery all over the place. But I don't know. I haven't had this issue yet, but with the DPNs, this yarn is very, very slippery. I didn't have it when I was in the round. It felt really locked in, but... Oh, you have 10 more minutes. Awesome. Are you on a break or something? I'm happy you came back. Oh, you need to go to sleep in 10 more minutes. Gotcha. What time is it where you are? Oh, goodness. I honestly don't even know what time it is right now here. I know I've been here for an hour. Let's see, what time is it? 3:36. Wow. The day has truly flown by. All right, guys, after this decrease, I'm gonna hop off, give my hands a little break because I've been working on this for actually almost 4 hours. So we'll have to give this a break in a minute. Yes, I do, because it's only little after 3:30 here. So you are in a different time zone than me. I can feel my knuckles starting to lock up. My fingers are getting swollen. It's no good. But I'm gonna hop off, give my hands a little break, and try to come back on here again tomorrow night. If I don't split this yarn, there we go. Try to come on here again tomorrow night. Yes, I'm gonna try to. Perfect timing. Yes, I'm gonna try to go on tomorrow night. Probably, well, it'll be late where you are, but I'm gonna try around like 7 p.m. I get my kids back tomorrow, so once they go to sleep and are comfy, then I will try to hop on here for just a little bit. I'll be working on my tube sock instead of the sweater tomorrow because the tube sock needs to be done by Wednesday. So I'll show you guys some final progress on the sleeve. Did 50 rounds today. It's looking really, really nice. I think I only have maybe like 10 more rounds before I'm at the cuff. So I'm going to try this on, do a stitch count, all that good stuff. And then hopefully the next time you see this sweater, it'll be done, or at least almost done. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's going to be way too late for you, honey. But that's okay. I still, I post my lives too. So you'll still be able to watch it once it's posted as a video. So subscribe to the channel if you like the video, or if you like talking to me. You can always comment too, and I'll share and answer your questions. But I'm gonna hop off, you go to bed, and I just tried to do that from my computer. But yeah, I always share the lives. I always post them as videos as soon as they're done, so you will definitely get to still watch it. Have a good night. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night. Bye.